10, 9, 8,
Side booster ignition.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good morning. It's Thursday, October 1st, and you're looking at a live view of Falcon 9 as it awaits its 9:17 a.m. Eastern Time launch from Pad 39A at Kennedy Space Center in Florida. And hello from SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. My name is Shiva Bharadwaj, and I'm a space operations engineer here at SpaceX. Now today, you're watching a live webcast for our 13th Starlink mission and our 17th mission for this year. Now, if you're keeping track, we did have to stand down from our launch attempt for this mission on Monday due to some unfavorable weather, but weather is looking better this morning, and so we're optimistic for the attempt today. It's also worth mentioning that today we currently have 2 rockets vertical on our neighboring launch pads, one here at Pad 39A for the Starlink mission, and then another on Pad 40 for an upcoming Space Force mission that's set to lift off on Friday evening. Now, it's not something you get to see every day, and really excited to see 2 of our boosters ready and raring to go for their respective missions. Now, then 700 Starlink satellites to orbit. Starlink, if you're not familiar, is a constellation of satellites that can provide high-speed, low-latency internet all over the globe, particularly in remote and rural areas where connectivity is limited and sometimes completely unavailable. Now, today's mission will be a little bit longer than our recent Starlink missions. We will be igniting our second stage's engine twice and deploying the stack of 60 Starlink satellites about an hour into the mission. By deploying our satellites after 2 burns instead of 1, it allows us to get into a circular orbit, and that helps the Starlink satellites get to their final intended orbit about 550 kilometers above the Earth's surface a little bit faster. Now, at this point, T-minus 9 minutes and 30 seconds-ish, we have all systems go for an on-time liftoff this morning. Now on your screen is a live view of Falcon 9. That's our 2-stage launch vehicle. It stands about 70 meters tall. That's greater than the wingspan of a 747 aircraft. And today's mission will actually mark the 3rd flight for this particular booster. It previously flew on our Demo 2 mission at the end of May, which sent NASA astronauts Bob and Doug safely on their journey to the International Space Station. We recovered it and then flew it again in July for the Anasis 2 mission, and today it'll be flying its 3rd mission. The bottom 2/3 of the vehicle that's covered in soot is what we refer to as the first stage, and its job is to accelerate the launch vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere into space with the help of 9 Merlin 1D engines that it has at the base of the rocket. Now today we are attempting to recover this first stage on our drone ship named Of Course I Still Love You. That drone ship stationed off the east coast of Florida in the Atlantic Ocean. And the first stage is designed to be reflown 10 or more times with minimal refurbishment between flights. So we'll be excited to get that first stage back, hopefully later on in today's mission. Atop the first stage, we have the black carbon fiber inner stage. And then on top of that is actually the Falcon 9's 2nd stage. It has a single Merlin vacuum engine that's actually hidden from view in that inner stage that I mentioned previously. And the 1st and 2nd stages, after they ignite, that Merlin vacuum engine will ignite and separate, will ignite and carry the Starlink stack of satellites into circular orbit, expecting that to happen about 2.5 minutes into flight. Falcon 9 has been loading propellants since about T-minus 35 minutes. Now, as a reminder, we use rocket-grade kerosene, or Rocket Propellant 1, RP1 is our fuel. And we also use super chill liquid oxygen, or LOX, as our oxidizer to power Falcon 9. Currently, RP1 and LOX are both nearly fully loaded on both the 1st and 2nd stages. And liquid oxygen will continue to be topped up until the final minutes of the countdown. At the very top of the rocket, you have this large nose cone structure. That's what we refer to as our satellite fairing, and inside that is the stack of 60 Starlink satellites safely enclosed. The fairing